Just watching back that amazing moment for the ninth time today.
You really gave it to us, both with the Oscar speeches as well as that gorgeous tear that rolled down. You really gave it for that television moment. I'm sure you're feeling it, but you also just served it for the television screen.
Watching it, I was like, holy, like where's the damn Oscar?
Right?
Just give it to me, like the real one. I think I should get one in the mail.
The teardrop specifically should get the Oscar.
I agree. Yeah, if I'm not nominated, I will be like personally contacting the Academy.
So how are
Yeah.
you feeling after the episode? I'm curious about like where you were last night, what you were doing while you were watching last night's episode.
Yeah. So I was in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
We were at the Phoenix Concert Theater, and so I was watching it with a room full of fans and supporters, and my mom was there and my sister was there. So I had some family, I had some friends from Vancouver come out as well, and it was I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that it was tough. It was tough to see that girl on stage crying. That getting her. Although I made it far, it was like my dreams were taken away at that moment. But as you said, it's I made it to top four, and there's so much to celebrate, and I'm so proud of everything that I did. And sometimes the winner isn't always the be all end all.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so nice to hear that like your family is so supportive and like there for you during those moments. Have they been like sending you messages and like keeping up during the season and like that critique was wrong or like I don't like that they said that to you because I feel like my parents.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. I literally just got off the phone with my aunt, and she was breaking it down, and she was like, this. She's naming the judges by name. She's naming all
Oh,
of the contestants. I know. She was like fully invested. It's so cool. And yeah, it's just so awesome to have a family who like supports what I do and loves me for who I am.
I love that. Well, so take me back to the moment where you guys found out you were going to be in this like ultimate lip sync tournament. What was that like hearing that on stage? You've also got like your other queens right beside you. You've got the eliminated queens. Like tensions are high. What's going through your head?
Oh shit. It was, they really did a great job at making us believe that we were like all moving on to the finale. And
Really? Okay.
at that moment I was just like, oh, I had to remember that I was like in a reality TV show, and like we are making good television, and it is about the gag. And I obviously had to lip sync against my sister Kendall, and that was kind of the moment we were just like, you know what? This is like, we're in this competition together, but we're also individuals, and I had to view her as a competitor, and it worked out the way that it worked out. And yeah, it had to happen.
You guys really served that lip sync, and I also appreciate that the production didn't do the wheel because I'm always a little bit with the wheel, like
Yeah,
how's that wheel go? But the fact that it was the lipsticks, I was like, okay, this is like really natural, and no one knew who they were gonna get. So I love that.
exactly.
I feel like for you, you had this like narrative. You had a few lip syncs in the season, and a couple of them were against your fellow Vancouver queens. And even in the reunion, Beth had said that they would have liked to replace you, and I would have liked to see, like as a selfish viewer, I would have loved to see more of like Beth and Geometric, just a little bit of like a television feud. It just felt like you guys had the right personality to clash in the right way. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my two
It
cents.
was, what? It's interesting because it's always like situational, right? Where it's just like if week one wouldn't have had happened, or if someone else had been in the bottom and eliminated Beth, then that interaction wouldn't have happened with me. So it is very situational. So I believe that if she did continue, I don't think that would have existed. Yeah, we're quite friendly with each other. So
No, you're very, very friendly with each other. I think the dynamic between you two, you have very complementary personalities. You both don't seem afraid to like go there. So I would have loved to see
fair.
you. Um,
No fear.
yeah, right. No fear on television. So I'm curious about what your favorite look, both from your own runways this season as well as another queen this season. So like,
Oh my,
what stood out to you about yourself and another queen?
yeah. I mean, watching it back, I was like totally gagged by all my looks. To be honest, it
I
was one
was
of those.
getting by your lip sync look last night. I just don't think many queens can do the like wet slick back hair the way you can, and the green.
Hey, oh, thank you so much. That's kind of like my iconic like Gia look. I've had that bodysuit itself for like, I actually won Vancouver's Next Drake Superstar in that bodysuit. And like that green hair has been a part of my repertoire for years and years. So it was nice to be like classic Gia on the stage last night. And then for like runway looks, I loved my mold look. That was one of my favorites. My guitar look, I thought was like super like inventive and different than what everyone else did. My Mike Myers was like super high fashion, which was cool. And then yeah, I was also super proud of the things that I made in the competition. Um, when it comes to like other people, I loved Pythia's double-headed circus. Holy smokes. It just like
And I know
just
that she brought that to TikTok as well for like some extra content on the side. I just like such an iconic outfit.
yeah, it's so good. And just like imagine being there and being like which who am I talking to? That was probably like my most like standout outfit from somebody else. Yeah.
That's amazing. It must be so like interesting to be in that environment where the caliber is so high and you're all getting ready for runways every week and you're seeing like all this new talent and it really must like light a fire under your ass to like really bring it to the competition. I really feel
Yeah,
like
it was quite interesting because we all walked in, you know, quite confident, and because of the caliber of drag that we each brought, everyone was like, oh, like I'm going to the top, I'm going to the top, and then we all started to unpack, and everyone was like,
oh, you
oh
brought
my,
that?
yeah,
The
exactly.
Thea's brought an extra head?
We're like, holy smokes, okay. And it was so mutual, which I think was like an exciting kind of feeling to have because everyone was feeling the competition. No one really felt or didn't seem like anyone really felt like the underdog when it came to like the package because everyone was confident in what they brought.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And when you kind of left the show, I love that you were like, I'm gonna go text somebody. So who was the first person that you texted?
I obviously texted my mom.
Oh,
Yeah, it was just so nice. I got to chat with her in I think week 8.
yeah.
Yeah, for like the makeover challenge. So that was so beautiful. And then afterwards, I'm just like, bad news, mom. But she was so proud.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was so amazing that it was like a FaceTime call back and forth. I feel like so often they're just like pre-recorded video messages. I was so shocked you guys were actually chatting with your family members or partners. That was amazing.
I know. I was expecting like a video message from like Anne Hathaway or maybe even like a real message from RuPaul. But
Right.
my mom was way better. And like you said, the fact that
Yeah.
we could like have a conversation, it was just like that moment of me being like, hello? What? Like I
There,
loved it.
really?
Yeah, hi.
There was a moment during the reunion. I don't even remember what it was now. Someone had said something about hooking up during the reunion, and then you made a comment, and I was like, wait a minute, is there like tea that no one's talking about like people's attractions toward each other that we didn't get? Because I was sitting there like,
Wait, I didn't hear that part of the reunion.
okay, maybe
Did I?
I heard wrong when I was watching. I heard you made a little comment about like people's sexual attractions towards somebody during the reunion. It was a back and forth
Oh,
little clip. Okay, I need to rewatch the episode now.
yeah, I need to rewatch it.
I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna tweet it at you. But
Oh my God, please, yeah, do it, and then I'll give you the explanation there.
yes, please do.
Yeah.
So I know that you don't necessarily like work with your partner, but your partner does a bit like in the entertainment space, and you work as the entertainer. And I
Mhm.
think I've been chatting with a bunch of different queens this season about kind of working with their partners, and it seems like there's a parallel between a lot of queens. They work with their romantic partners. So like, do you work with your romantic partner? Is that something that comes across in your career, and like, what is that like?
Yeah, it's interesting because we exist within the same industry. There definitely is some crossovers, but very separate. Which when it comes to like my business and his business, and I think that's like the most beneficial for the both of us. Where it's like this is my sector, that is your sector, and it's like I don't really need to be involved in what you're doing. You don't have to be involved in what I'm doing, but it does happen to exist that like our paths do cross. In the point where if he's throwing an event, he can book me, through my manager to be on his event. So we do try to keep it very professional and separate, just because it can get like super muddy.
Yeah, absolutely. Working with a partner like that. And
Yeah.
I just want to, okay, so Villains, BF, thank you very much. Because I knew I wasn't crazy. So she said that Suki hinted about some queens wanting to hook up. I think I heard about that and I was like,
Oh.
Yeah, maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. I wanted there to be tea.
Yeah. And it wasn't me. I would spill the tea, don't worry.
I love that. So, you have an upcoming show with the Brat Pack on December 22nd in Montreal.
Yeah.
What can people expect about that? I feel like it's been hyped all season, and what can people expect from seeing the three of you perform?
Yeah, it's so cool. This is like the return of Brat Pack, and
Yes.
the Brat Pack has been going on for, oh my gosh, almost 6 years. And to
Really?
be honest, yeah, it's like ever since I moved to Vancouver in 2015, it was like that's when Brat Pack started, and there's been like 6 members, there's been 5 members, there's been 4 members, but this is actually the first time that there's only 3 members in the Brat Pack. So it's gonna be so cool. We're creating a show start to finish. We've got like tons of group numbers. We've got old, we've got new songs. We're doing a little segment from Canada's Drag Race. So you can find some of our most iconic roles that we played within the show. And then we're even gonna do solos to, on top of that. So it's gonna be a well-encompassed show to showcase the group, but also us individually.
I love that. So Destiny's Child, there were more members, and now there's the core 3. I love that.
Yes, exactly. And it's just so, it's interesting because I went into Drag Race being like, obviously, like I said, it's being an individual. The race is done as an individual, and it was a blessing and a curse because you kind of get grouped back into this group that you're trying to find individuality from. But then at the end of it, it does bring us back together, and it really gives us this platform to continue doing something that we've loved to do for the past 6 years. So yeah, it's just so cool, and not everyone gets this opportunity.
Yeah, so amazing. So, what is next for you? What do you want to do moving forward now post Drag Race over the next year? Do you have any projects, any things that you sort of want to target?
Yeah, music is so high on the list. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting in the mood for writing and producing music, not on my own, but working with people. Cynthia and I have even talked about producing music together, which is really cool and exciting. I want to explore the world of modeling, as well as touring, and I think that's the craziest thing that this opportunity gives us is the chance to go tour in different countries, and I'll be in the UK really soon, which I'm really excited about. So I'll have some more news coming up.
Yeah, and you're going to be doing the Canada's Drag Race tour in 2022, kind of spring.
You betcha.
Ew, that's amazing. Can't wait to see that in Toronto.
Yeah, so with Boss Events, we're actually going on a cross Canada tour, which is so incredible. The full cast is going to be there. Brooklyn's going to be there, and it's cool because again, you see the show shows a snippet of a drag character and a drag entertainer, where this tour you're going to see all of us kind of at our prime doing what we want to do, what we love to do, kind of in our element. So it's going to be wicked to see everyone just shine so bright.
I love that. Geometric, thank you so much for speaking to me. For everybody watching, if you want to continue supporting Geometric, you can go to geometric.com and buy some of her incredible merch.
Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gia.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. All right, everybody. You know that next week we are going to be chatting with the winner of Canada's Drag Race. So it's going to be here, 2:15 p.m. Don't know who it's going to be. I personally, have my favorite. I'm sure everybody has their favorite. So we're going to be chatting with the winner next week. Have a great one, and we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.